What's going on, YouTube? Yeah, so we here with another video. The mic acting crazy, so I ain't gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna speak up a little bit. Now, the title of this video is only gonna be partially about what this video gonna be about. The title is What to Do When Your Toxic or Narcissistic Ex Start Using the Kids as a weapon. And what can you do to combat that? Right? And so what you could do, like especially like if you lost custody of the kids and you don't have the kids right now, what the best thing that you could do is really like, I know this is gonna sound hard, but for the moment you're gonna have to really emotionally detach. You could use this, for the narcissist, right? But you might even have to use this with the kids. This might be hard. It really might be hard for you to use, emotional detachment with the kids, but you're gonna have to. Like in my situation, when I was younger, when I was younger, right? I was 28 years old when my first kid was born, and man, I ain't gonna say I was young, but I was younger. I was young, dumb still, young and dumb, still wet behind the ears per se. And yeah, like it tore me up when she kept the kids from me. I didn't know what to do. Man, I almost lost my life, my freedom, my sanity. And because everybody has a idea of how you're gonna be when you get older. You be, like me, always, had this stupid idea in my head that I was just gonna be married to one person, have kids, and raise my kids up the best way that I can, and be the best parent that I can to, make sure that I'm bringing the right type of child into this world and doing the right things by them. But it don't always go like that. And that is crushing. And so the first thing you got to do is come to grips with that. And man, before I even go further, I do want to pull out this scripture too, man. Sometimes it's like I'll see a scripture somebody will post, or just like this one just posted up. I got this Bible app on my phone, and it is saying like Bible verses through. And usually I'll stop whatever I'm doing, and that's how I get my Bible verses that I meditate on for the day usually. Even if I don't open my Bible, those verses come through and I open them up. And so this one I believe I posted on Instagram, because as much as I have read the Bible, there's going to still be a lot of stuff that I don't remember. Like you could just take a certain quote that I probably read right through and never really looked at it like that. But let me see if I can find this. Okay, here we go. Okay, this scripture is Isaiah 40, and it's 28 through 29. And it says, "Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary." Right? And for me, it's like maybe I would have heard that verse, right? And I would have been like, just blew past that verse. But just through my healing and my spiritual war, that was, people had waged spiritual war against me. And I have got weary. It was times I wanted to faint. But just to think that the whole world is calling on God and all of the problems that he got to deal with, Ukraine is like lightweight to him. And I say that to say, man, we just serve a powerful God that can take on all of that. But it did make me realize that me being created in his image, I didn't faint either. I didn't grow weary either. Or at least we shouldn't. Because just like this is his world, we all have a world. And we shouldn't be faint or growing weary in our world from doing good. We should be taking this thing on like soldiers and warriors than more like if you listen to a lot of people on YouTube, they try to make the empath seem weak. Like we just some suckers or something. No, just because I got empathic ways don't mean that I'm gonna go upside your head if you try to think you about to go upside mine. It ain't gonna go down like how you think it's gonna go down. Like empaths ain't just suckers now, or we all just gullible. That ain't the truth. We ain't all been misled now. Some of us is strong and powerful, and we understand our might and our gifts that we have, and we ready for whatever. We ain't out here scared. It ain't even going down like that. Empaths ain't just weak. We serve a mighty God. God don't even deal with weakness. Ancestors, if you got ancestors, I know you're not scared. I know you not. I can't even face my ancestors after doing some bitch shit. They don't play that. You better die first. They don't play that. My ancestors do not play no punk stuff. It ain't none of that going down. So I know you ain't connected with your ancestors if you scared, because they've been ready to cut that cord. You know how to cut that cord. You didn't chase fear down. It's gonna go down if it go down. It ain't gonna be no fear involved. Ancestors don't play fearful. If anything, they gonna bounce on somebody's head. If you get scared, then they just gonna laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to make it up, but they gonna laugh at you. They gonna clown you if you do something that ain't authentic, ain't like you standing in your power for real. Because we like me. I know that I'm spiritual royalty. I know that I'm royalty. I got a throne in the spirit realm. I fought to get to that position. I'm not just people think they can just do stuff to me. You can't. You can't just attack me spiritually. I am connected. I don't even want to say how connected I am, but I am. I'm connected. I'm connected directly to the Most High. I get my intel straight from him. That's who I hang out with. That's who I got love for. Like, I'm in love with God. It ain't like just love. No, I'm in love with God. That's my family. That's my daddy. The universe is my mother. I'm a baby of the universe. My parents are passed away. God is my father. The universe is my mother. Jesus is my brother. I'm connected. I've been through the trials and tribulations. Like, people couldn't imagine some of the stuff I've been through. I'm going to tell y'all some of the stuff, too, in this video. Now, like, going back to what I was saying, right? And so, even with narcissists, you have to emotionally detach in order to pull your energy back. And just yesterday, I was talking in a video and I said, or it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, that if you leave the narcissist, but you leave attachment still, you still got an energy attachment to the narcissist. Like, say that you got kids and the narcissist playing the kid game. You know that's an energy attachment. You gotta break that. I ain't saying that you ain't gonna never get your kids back. I'm gonna give you the plan on that later. Wait a minute, we getting to that point. I ain't gonna just tell you that just mostly attach your kids and just run off into la la land. That ain't the damn plan. Hold on now. I ain't no damn deadbeat, man. Neither should you be. Or deadbeat mom or daddy, whatever. Because parents, all type of narcissists take people, kids, and make you out. They play the victim. They have your kids abusing your kids, and you gone, and that's hard. Like me, I got 3 sons right now. One of them, like my name is David. A lot of y'all probably don't even know that, but my name is David, and I don't have no junior. I got 4 boys, no girls. I don't have a junior, but I do have a Solomon. My son Solomon, and all my sons have gifts. I could tell they gifted. And Solomon, he even looked gifted. I mean, he very high yellow. Like me, when I was a kid, I was more yellow than all my brothers. Like when I went to the South, I started getting a tan. But you can't really tell, but yeah, you can tell a little bit. When I started coming to the South, I started getting a tan, but I was more yellow than my brothers. And I was like the lighter skinned one out of my brothers. And so, I know what that's like, but they be on Solomon head like it's like they attack him. They feel like he my favorite, which I don't have favoritism. It's just I got more of a bond with Solomon than the rest of them because bonds are not anything that can be like a monologue. It got to be like a dialogue. Like if I just talk to you and you don't never talk back, that ain't no bond. Like my oldest son, I can have a whole conversation with him and be like, boo. He just be like, you know what I'm saying? They get that from his mother. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's hard. But it's like my son Solomon, he called me like 3 times a day. He's 6 years old. I got a 17-year-old. I got a 13-year-old. My son Jaden. I love my son Jaden crazy. Like I had Jaden like a lot when nobody else was around. It was just me and Jaden. I didn't bonded with Jaden. I got Jaden with me. But Jaden kind of in that predicament too, where it's like they almost start feeling like in order to love their daddy, they got to diss their mama. And that's messed up that a mother or anybody would make a kid feel like that. But that's how they feel. And I don't think that it's like me and Jaden ain't as bad as my 17-year-old because me and Jaden did bond. Like me and my 17-year-old never really got a chance to bond because God spiritually led me away from that situation. Like it was like the world would tell you to stay. Like yesterday I was giving a story about how I was led away to move out of state. And I see a lot of people post, oh, my baby daddy moved out of state. He a deadbeat. Man, I done did so much for them, her and that kid. I did too much for people to the point where God done led me away and said, you done enough for those people. I'm going to see the other people. I'm going to get on that too. I'm going to touch on that. How God operates, why he send you to different people. Like God, if you think you're going to always be around the same people, that's not how God operates. You don't know who you are if you were chosen one. You're not finna be around the same people. God gonna send you around them people. If they don't want to heed the word that you bringing as a chosen one, God gonna dust your feet and keep it moving. And God gonna punish them people for not listening because they prayed for a person like you to come along. And then you come along giving, being an empathic, doing all these things for all these people. When God leads you away, that's on them. That they didn't have you in their life no more. That's not on you. Because God don't operate, he's not going to lead you somewhere where people going to not do right. But the messed up part is, it is your job to keep going on to these toxic people until you do enough of them that you cure your karmic debt. You got to do it. You got to work like you work. You don't even know it. If you tell me, I'm a chosen one, you work for God. You got a boss. God's your boss. You better report, man. You better reporting. You better report to God, man. You got a job. You got to go with them, deal with the narcissists. Now, the one that you already love, don't deal with them. But you're going to meet somebody else. They're going to be a narcissist too. If you ain't learned your lessons. His lesson, God ain't just punishing you. No, there's rewards at the end. It's rewards at the end. But, okay, so let's go back. Okay, so you have to emotionally detach. Like, okay, like let's take some offense to my first son. Man, I went to jail like about 9 or 10 times trying to see him, man. I was just going crazy trying to see my son. I'm like really like, You know, one of them type of people that go ham. Like, I'm the type of person that you don't really want to get into it with, because it'll be like, you'll be like, man, this nigga like Rambo. So like, then we throw a grenade over the thing. He's still coming. Like, where we go? We moved out of state. He done came out of state looking for us. Like, I'm like very like, I'm very like strategic. Like, I really be on it. Like, I really want to see my son. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine a lot of people out here is like that when it comes to your kids. You want to see your kids, man. Somebody taking your kid away, your firstborn? For real? And y'all married and you ain't never done nothing to this person? You ain't never done nothing to this person foul. Never. You ain't never did nothing but treat this person good, treat their family good. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a funny person, so a lot of people I might fuck them up with my jokes. I might be tell some jokes on their family or something like that. Cause I know one time, like I remember, like the night when we got married, I did tell a lot of jokes on her family, but we laughed all night. But then after that, she gonna try to be acting like it was the issue, you know what I'm saying? But man, she was on the ground laughing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like that's the only thing I could think of. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I had 2 jobs. I was a supervisor at one job, and I had a whole nother job. You know what I'm saying? I was doing too much out here and going to school. But yeah, so like pretty much I went through hell, man, and God spiritually led me away. Like, that's why I'm glad I always had some type of communication with God, because at the time my mother was already passed away, so I couldn't go to my mother. Like, when I was a kid, I used to have dreams. There was nightmares. Now they dreams because I understand them. But when I was a kid, I used to have nightmares that the whole world was against me except my mother. And I used to didn't tell nobody about this dream but my mother. But I used to have dreams that the whole world was trying to get me. When I was a kid, the whole world, it was like, if my mother wasn't around, the whole world would just turn evil on me. Like people would just be looking nice if my mother was there. And when they turned around, they was just evil. And it was like, when my mom passed away, I kind of understood what that dream, God was preparing me as an adult. It wasn't a nightmare. It was a reality that my mother was the only person in this world that I had that I could have really trusted. And when she passed away, this was a world of, and my mother warned me. She did. My mother warned me. My mother was like, and I hate that my brothers and sisters got to hear this, but she did on her deathbed. My mother told me, my son, worry about yourself. Worry about you. Don't worry about your brothers. Don't worry about your sister. Don't worry about your aunts, your uncles, your cousins. Don't worry about none of these people. When you come back here, they're going to all be in the same place where you leave them at. She was like, go on with your life. She was like, you got a good heart. You're not like none of these people, and none of them is like you. You different. And I knew that from the day you was born. That's why I named you David. You a leader. You a king, and they hate you. That's why I moved out of the projects. That's why I moved, because they was gonna kill you. They hate you. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you how they hate your intelligence. They hate everything about you. That's how my mother, she was like, and you the leader. They hate that. She was like, they always kill the leader in this neighborhood. She was like, I watched them kill Lil Tone. Lil Tone was a guy. My mother was a RN. And my mother, I looked up to my mother. My mother used to do stuff like walk to work. My mother would walk far to work. Like her job would be far. And my mother never missed work. My mother go there and work 16 hours to take care of us. It was 7 of us. She'd go work 16 hours to take care of us. That's how she died working to death. My mother worked herself to death to take care of us. She was an RN. She used to put in like 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. The streets kind of had to raise me a little bit, because my mother, don't get me wrong, my mother was very smart. Like, just imagine, back then, like my mother older, she was like most people grandmother age, because I was her youngest child. But I got brothers. I got a brother 20 years older than me, 19 years older than me, a brother 18 years older than me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just showing them the length that I'm showing you of the distance and the age range. So she had went to school and became an RN. That was she was like one of the first black RNs in the city of Detroit. That was big. That was kind of major. So my mother was educated, you know what I'm saying? But she was struggled because she didn't know about law of attraction. She didn't, it was almost like if I would have been able to get where I could have been like her son that would have been a little bit older, my mother probably be alive to this day. But my brothers and them wasn't really shit when I look back. They didn't do nothing to help my mother. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do shit to help my mother. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell a story that one of my brothers probably don't like to hear. Like right at the time my mother passed away, I was like 18. And I used to be staying with my brother in Michigan. My brother was trying to take some load off my mother because I put a lot of load on my mother too because I was a troubled youth in Detroit. I used to be in a lot of shit. And so, but it was like, but I never purposely did nothing to harm my mother. Like me and my mother had a close relationship. Like I was the type, like a lot of people like, he your favorite, this and that. And it wasn't that I was her favorite. I was her baby for one. You know how your mother gonna be about her baby. Then I had a relationship, just like I'm saying with Solomon, the same thing. I brought love to her. It was like as soon as I come, Mom, I love you, Mom. When every day I see my mom, I love you, Mama. Hey, Mama, I kiss her, my mama, hug my mama, put on for my mama. You know what I'm saying? While she was here, not when she was gone. But my brother, he was getting money. He was a hustler. He was getting money, and he would always be doing shit for females and shit like that. When I came back from Grand Rapids and came back to Detroit, and I came there like right before my mother passed, I came home and he had my mother had a fucked up car, and it was like she used to have to climb in from the driver's side, the passenger side, to unlock the door on the other side. My mother old as hell, and so this nigga goes out and buy this chick he just meet a fucking BMW. And I checked his ass, you know what I'm saying? He big as hell. All my brother, they call us the big brothers. They call me Lil Big. So them niggas bigger than me, but I'm the dog out of everybody. But my brother is a dog too, the one I'm talking about. Back in his heyday, he was a dog too. My brother Ralph, you know what I'm saying? He was a dog too. But he got older. He got older now, so he old as shit. He old, he got diabetes, but he's still in the street, he's still 9. But he big, he like 6'5", 300 something pounds, you know what I'm saying? He a big nigga. They call him Big, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you buying this bitch a car and my mama climbing in from the passenger side of the car. And he gonna tell me, you need to mind your business. And I'm like, nah, bro, that's wrong as hell. I'm like, y'all lucky I'm young, because if I was older, I wouldn't do no dumbass shit like that. Like, y'all, you gonna take care of your mama first, nigga. Fuck these hoes, nigga. And he probably wasn't even with that girl that long. You know what I'm saying? And the man, I ain't gonna even lie, probably about 2 months later, my mom passed away. And that nigga was the one at the funeral crying and all hysterical and shit. I'm like, that's the type of shit that I don't fuck with them no more for. And it ain't like that I don't forgive them. I've been forgave niggas for shit like that. It's just that it's the principle. You know what I'm saying? It's the principle, So it's like, you have to emotionally, even from my son Solomon, I have to emotionally attach from them right now. I just got off the phone with them. And I love on them and everything like that, because that's the only way I get to talk to them through Duo. But if I had an emotional attachment to them, like I have in the past, every move that I would make would be wrong, because I would be thinking with my emotions and not with my head. Because in order to get in the situation where I got my kids, I got to use my damn head. Right? You got to use your head, and you can't use your head if you emotionally attached to something. Now, once I get my kids back, then that's when I can have the emotional attachment. It's almost like if you got a bill and you can't pay that bill right now, there's no need for you to have no type of emotional attachment to that one, because there's nothing that you can do right now. Now, if you can do something, you can get emotionally attached to it, because you can go ahead and pay it. But stay away from emotional attachment to anything that you can't do nothing about until you can. Now, what I mean by that is, just imagine if you work on yourself. and you become rich, famous, or not. Just let's say that you just become well off because you work on yourself. Now your kids gonna be better off. Kids do what they see, not what they hear. So if you broke as hell just sitting around your kids, it's best to be around the kids. I hear people say that all the time because that's what society say. That's dumb as fuck. That's a woman that's trying to control you, or a man that's trying to control you. You're gonna be around the kids not doing nothing with your life. What the fuck is you teaching the kids? How to get a fucking minimum wage job? That's not teaching them shit. Now, if you're lucky enough that you're in the house with the kids and the woman and everything happen to be good and y'all able to salvage the shit and you going good, that's cool. You can have an emotional attachment. But if you're out dating, if you're outside the house and you and the woman got a good relationship still and y'all can see the kids and this bitch not a narcissist or he not a narcissist and they not trying to kill your ass or take your damn soul, then yeah, you can do something like that. But if you dating a narcissist and they got your kids, at the moment you're gonna have to emotionally detach. Because if you're emotionally attached, they got the power and they can take your energy. You cannot be giving out your power out here. You know how many times I gave up my power? And this is how you give up your power to somebody. See, we don't know how these devils think. I do. I know how these devils think because I had so many of them around me that I'm a Virgo, so I observe everything. Virgos are very observant. Like I peeps everything. I don't gotta say nothing, but I peep I'm the high priest. I'm so intuitive. I peep everything. So I do know what's going on. Plus, I get downloads from my ancestors and straight from the Most High God. I'm trying to tell you, I'm connected. But this is what be going on. A person can take your power so many different type of ways. If they got your kids, your power gone. And they got your kids and you emotionally attached, they got your power. But you want to make them cry? You want to make a narcissist cry? Take your power back. Take your energy back. They got your energy. And see, they got the kids and they pulling the kids and you get emotionally attached, they got your energy. Or like, this is how a person can take your power. Cheat on you and you don't know. And you treating them good and you giving to them. You giving to them and they giving to other places and down and you behind your back, they got your power. You got to get it back by emotionally detaching and standing in your own damn power. See, the problem is why you be so fucked up and hurting everything when the narcissists do what they do to you because they got your power. They got your energy. They got your energy. Life is energy. See, these they energy vampires. They know how to take your energy and manifest with it. See, they don't know how to manifest. They don't know how to manifest. That's why when I get by myself, I just be manifesting like crazy. That's why they be trying to come around. They'll sit back and wait until I manifest, and then they'll come around, and then they'll manifest off of me. That's all I see. Right now, they probably sick. Niggas probably watching this video like, you punk nigga. They need me to manifest. I'm the master manifester. Because I'm connected to God. I got the Holy Spirit. I am of God. I am God in my world. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they hate. They hate the empath that's in his power. Because now I know that they need me to manifest, and I can just keep manifesting. See, it used to be like, what I used to do is I just start manifesting, right? And then I'll be like, damn, you know what? If I put so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so on and get them to manifesting, then boom, I'll make something off of what they manifesting. And I'll be doing good because I'll be helping people get jobs. I'll be, provide services to the neighborhood. And plus, it's like, even when we bring a team into an area, the value of that area go up. Like, I'll watch my stocks and they'll send us into a mom and pop company like Wow. And we'll go in there, I see the stock be like, next thing I know, I see the guy up there at the corner store and bought a new whip. Like, the guys that we bringing 40 guys into town, all of them making a couple bands at least a week. hey, it's money being spent in that town. That's what, like 40 guys, they all got $2,000 every week. That's another $80,000 coming into that town every week getting spent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were being used, or it's flowing. We got money flowing through that area. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you got it's like they'll do that, so they'll be like, so what'll happen is, I notice now what they'll do is they'll come around. They're like, dang, Dave's manifesting. Let's go around and let's manifest with him, and then drain them. Then what we're going to do is take what we got from him, and we're going to go off and start manifesting on our own. I'm like, dang, okay, that's how the game is played. And so that's what the narcissist is doing when they got your kids. They using the energy that you trying to get your kids. They taking that from you and they using it to manifest. While you feeling all broken and everything, you got to emotionally detach and go on about your business, man. And so, yeah, that's what you do when somebody trying to use the kids to try to manipulate you and take your power and your energy away and leave you out here emotional, using not using your head. You gotta emotionally detach and work on yourself and become the best version of yourself so that you can get your kids back. Because you can't get your kids back if you're not the best version of yourself, if you're already in the losing battle. They already 2 steps ahead of you. They've been running this smear campaign on you for a long time before they even hit you with getting the kids from you. You know what I'm saying? Then, so you got to come. The only way to beat this is to heal, emotionally detach from that whole situation, and become a whole entity that's better by itself, that when you go to court or whatever the case may be, you win it and your money big. Just imagine right now you messed up and you broke. But just imagine you go work on yourself and now you got 50 bands in the bank. You go pay a lawyer. Just imagine they probably ain't got 50 bands. I'm saying that on a small level. I just say 50,000, because if you broke and you got 50,000, that's a lot of money to the average person that have on hand, and you didn't have your kids. You could just imagine now that you done did that. By the time you got 50,000 all at one time in your hand, you done did a lot of other stuff. You got your crib, you got your car, you got your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And then you situated, you stable, you independent. So when you go in there to get ready to go get your kids, they gonna look at that and be like, oh yeah, he deserved to be in the kid's life. Yeah, they need to have their daddy in their life. Look, their daddy got a job. They daddy in school, they daddy got some money in the bank. Yeah, they daddy willing to pay child support. They daddy willing to do what he got to do to make sure everything is smooth around here. Yeah, he get to see his kids. You know what I'm saying? You'll be more in position to do what you got, especially you got a lawyer. You got money now to pay a lawyer. You got money to do stuff like that. And now when your kids come with you, they seeing, okay, my daddy love my mama. And when they down with, he ain't need you. He ain't my daddy. When I get older, I ain't gonna need no woman. Something they get to tripping, I can go off on my own and go do what I gotta go do. My daddy a dog out here. Okay, daddy, this the crib. All right, yeah, I like this. Okay, this the car and the truck. All right, yeah, we doing good over here. Yeah. That's how you want to do it. Focus on yourself, because when you become greater, your kids become. Because just imagine this. Y'all don't see what 50 Cent doing, but I do. I feel a lot of the rappers. I'm a rapper myself. Y'all should check me out. My name Pure. You can find me on a lot of different platforms. Pure. They call me Ferrari Pure. And I got a lot of different songs out there. I got a song called Stuck. I got a song called Ferrari. I got a song called Tasha Had a Baby. I got a song called Delight. It's like talking about Jesus. I'll talk about all type of stuff. I got a booty shaking song called Shake on there. I got a variety of things. When I come at the game, I come at the game more like a Tupac or a DMX. I'm going to keep it thorough with you. I got God in my life. That's never going to stop. At the same time, I know who I am. I'm not finna fake the funk for nobody. So I'm going to be me 100% of the time. I'm on Dr. Phil. Hey, this is who Dr. Phil finna get. I might not be able to cuss on national TV, but hey, this is what it is. If I'm on the show, hey, you're going to get pure. This is me. You know what I'm saying? Now, my music is a little bit more intense. Like, you gotta listen to it. I talk about a variety of things. I don't like to just talk about, I have fun. So when I started, I was already dibbling and dabbling. I've been rapping since I was 14. I almost wanted to bring that into I am gonna talk about that. But yeah, check me out, I'm pure. And so I wanted to talk, I'm glad I said that. I started rapping when I was 14. When I was 12 years old, I got enticed by the devil to sell my soul. And Russell Simmons was the person that the devil showed me. He showed me Russell Simmons' house, and he was showing me like, yeah, you could have a house bigger than Russell Simmons. You could do this. You're going to be able to do that. And he was showing me, you know what I'm saying? It was like, back in the day, I didn't even know who Russell Simmons really was. And then after that, I started noticing him on TV and like, okay, Russell Simmons is big. And at the time, I thought like I was the only one who the devil had partitioned for his soul. But even at 12 years old, back then, I didn't even believe in God. But I must have had some inkling of God because I was like, nah. I remember talking to the devil in my room and I was like, I remember what house we was living in. We was in the projects over in the Phoenix homes. And the devil was talking to me and he was showing me that room and he was showing me how I could have, what I could have. And I was like, no, I'm gonna wait on God. I'm gonna wait to see what God gonna offer me. I never forget, I was like, no, I'm gonna wait. I wanna see what God, I was like, I would rather wait and see what God got to offer me than whatever you got to offer me, whether it's a house or whatever. I was like, I'm going to wait and see what God going to offer me. I remember that conversation. But what I didn't realize was that everybody probably had this same conversation and they didn't turn it down. And they probably didn't get offered as much as me because the devil probably know that they was probably going to do it anyway. And I say that to say, man, that's how we got a lot of these narcissists. They took them deals, and them deals probably wasn't as lavish as mine, because I already know that my potential is greater than theirs. So these people with potential that ain't nothing already, they probably took like $20,000. Yeah, they sold up. And to them as kids, I probably thought that was something. $20,000. Yeah, I gave you my soul. I'm telling you, this is what be going on. I ain't gonna say everybody got that offer, but I'm gonna say it wasn't just me. Now that I look back as a kid, I ain't the only one who was getting them offers. I'm wondering, did my brothers and sisters turn the offer down? Did the friends and family, the people I was around, did they turn the offer down? I don't think they did. Because God don't want me around none of them people. None of them. They're not on the same side that I'm on. And so, neither is this person that got your kids. So what you better do is go get your shit together. Oh yeah, so look, 50 Cent. Okay, so with 50 Cent and his son, this how 50 doing it. He know people gonna be hating on his son. He know he ain't really got no control over his son. His mother took that away a long time ago. Like I'm telling you right now, he had to emotionally detach. But 50 is a strategic thinker. And so what he doing is he giving his son the spotlight. Well, you wouldn't even know who his son was if 50 didn't do what he doing. So his son gonna be doing some stuff one day. His son gonna be acting, rapping, doing some of the stuff 50 Cent doing. But 50 didn't wanna, come on, you with me, you run this. No, 50 want that nigga put in some work. Because how else he gonna learn? If you just give it to him, how else he gonna learn? 50, give him the platform by talking about him. Now people that would hate 50 might help him. See, 50 smart on y'all niggas, man. 50 smart on y'all. He know he ain't got no control anyway. So this his form of how he gonna take control. And I peeped the game. He taking control. He in control and he feeling control now. When he feel like they ain't in control of him, he feeling control because he's controlling the dynamic. He making his son famous by talking about, man, he do his son like that. Let me help him out. Let me do this for him. Because if you was like, you thought that was just 50's son, you probably be trying to kill him or hate on him. But you like, 50 don't even like that nigga. So it's like, you can't get at him through his son. You can't get at him through his son. He don't even fuck with him. He say he like 6'9" better than his son. So you try to get at 50 through his son, it don't seem like it's gonna work, do it. 50 a smart nigga, man. Your son gonna be doing some big things out here, watch. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think outside the box out here. You can't think like everybody else. But yeah, you gotta be able to emotionally detach and use your head. Just because everybody think that this chess and not checkers. You gotta know how to make your moves on the board. You know, can't be playing around out here. Can't be making the moves everybody think you finna make. They think you finna, oh, I need the kids, oh, let me call them. So they can hit you with a terroristic threat, so they can hit you with some old crazy stuff and knock you out the box. You gotta sit back and say, what is this person trying to do? They're trying to get emotional reaction out of me, and I'm not gonna give them one. I'm gonna go on about my business and become the best version of myself. And when I do that, all of the options will be available for me. Lawyer, divorce, fight for the kids, own place, nice car, nice dynamic for the kids to come to. There you go. And so this is your boy signing out. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Thanks.